Yo, 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 what's happening? It's Carl Mallinson. Clean, fresh, and strong.
Yo, 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 what's going on?
Yo, yo, yo,
what's happening?
Yo, what's happening?
It's not clean,
Yo, what's happening?
How's everyone? What's good? Say clean, fresh, and hot.
It's been 6 months since I started my sobriety. Probably about 20 weeks ago since I did a last video like this. I'd say it was about 6 weeks. 6 weeks in, I was clean. We did a clean, fresh, and strong. When we did a video like this, was say when it was not long before that. Obviously, when I realised I needed to turn life around, or I was going to lose my friends, family, and my relationship with my daughter. Yeah, I'll just recap. Say my mental health situation. They say I was diagnosed with bipolar and schizoaffective, anxiety, depression, ADHD, all I say around lockdown. So about 4 or 5 years ago. But when I've looked back with my parents and friends and things like that, you can see that obviously I've been living like this for a long time, but I've been very lucky to have a very supportive and loving family. But lockdown, again, like it was for a lot of people, again, you got cut off a lot from the world, from my friends, from family, and the big thing, aside from the obvious, my daughter, we have a very close relationship. I cut off from training, from being able to come into the gym. I cut off from fighting. I was looking to turn professional in boxing, but unfortunately, with the lockdown, with the shows going quieter, and I'd only just about to start my journey, start my career, that got put on hold, and that was a few years. Then by this point, I'm going over getting a bit old, getting over the hill. I lent on alcohol a lot. I turned to drugs, all looking for a high, and obviously trying to fill the void that was love from my daughter. Again, not that I didn't see her, but again, just you didn't have the same thing. Everything was fear. There was a lot of fear. That thinking everyone's going to get ill in your social bubbles and things like that. But I say, but trying to fill the void of training, that adrenaline, that being able to thump something or being thumped back, and kick in and things like that, trying to fill that dopamine hit. And I turned to the dark side, and my mental health really started to rocket down. See, before lockdown, I was walking around constantly at 95 to 100 kilos, lean, fresh, strong. And then as we came out of lockdown and going through, I managed to get back into training, but my head was never the same. I lost a few friends along the way, that unalived themselves, I guess, which is it's just awkward, and it's just sad, and I don't process things very well. I do a lot better now, but I didn't process things very well at the time. Again, lent on other things. Being able to get back into training, being able to get back into fighting was what I was looking at, trying to lean on hard. And my last fight I had was probably at one of the worst times in my life. Again, it was beginning of this year, so about 8 months ago. No, less than that, 7 months ago. Again, I was 119 kilos. I'm sure we'll put up some clips or some pictures. You see the state I was in, and I lost the fight. And I lost the fight to the better man on the night, and I have full respect to him. But I know that I lost it myself. I know that I couldn't perform, and I got in there and I was fighting demons outside the ring as I was stepping in the ring, and I lost the plot. I even at one point started arguing and trying to take on the crowd. Go me, eh? I can't even beat the person in front of me, let alone everybody else. The fight's still, I say, it's hard to live down. I go down. I take a knee in round one, and they're saying that's hard to like live with. It's hard to adjust to think about. As I say, I got chammed with a shot during that jawed me, and I went down. Be different, but I think in that first round, I went out like trying to steam it. And again, the size I was untrained. I wasn't training. I was just big, fat, blubbery, out of shape. And just in my head, where I was so alcohol and fueled by all the other stuff, I thought there isn't a man that's going to be able to stand in front of me. Not only did he stand, he managed to survive the fight. But as I'm just storming, I'm realizing, I remember just thinking, fuck, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through this round. I was so gassed. He didn't hit me with nothing. So I'm storming forward, and he does that go, and as I'm coming forward, he's keeping me around the side, and I ended up going down on one knee. I remember thinking, do I really want this no more? And I remember the embarrassment of just being done. So my head wasn't hazy, but what I was I was just out of breath. And I'm looking over at my corner, my brother Grant and Anya Matthews, and I remember just being embarrassed and feeling like I've let them down, and realizing then, fuck, what's wrong with me? What have I got myself in for? Doing, get up, mate. So I said, I got up. I fought the rest of the fight, and again, that fight, and in particular that moment of the fight, is something that's going to haunt me forever. A lot of people ask me how I got sober, or how I got clean, and how I stay this way. And for me, and I think for everybody, it's as simple as it's when you're ready, when you want to do it enough. And it sounds like a really condescending thing to say, but it's not. It's the truth. It takes a real like strength and a kick up the old butt to do it. For me, there's a big difference between motivation and discipline. And say motivation, not everybody has it. Everyone, you see all these athletes, and you see the motivational talk. You see people in the high businesses. They're not motivated every day, but they're disciplined. So they're in a routine. There's something. They wake up in the morning. They do their things. Bam, bam, bam. Their boxes have to be checked. And then this is what's kept me clean, fresh, and strong. Yeah, it's discipline. I say I'm not motivated all the time. I say I had a few wake-up calls. I say I got scared from the doctor with my kidneys and my liver. They were in a bad way. But I want to be able to open up, because I think talking, which is what I want to say, because talking has genuinely saved my life, and it's recovered and rebuilt relationships with my friends and loved ones. I say friends. I mean my brothers, my sister, my daughter, my mum, dad, my gran, and the guys who are at the gym. Who I've been with now for 16 years. How I got onto the talking was my therapist, my counsellor. They first said to do a daily diary. So write down how you're feeling, put a smiley face, number it 1 to 10 how you're feeling. And I told them, so I didn't write enough. My handwriting, I can't read what I'm writing anyway. My mum said to me, she goes, rather than doing that, why don't you do a vlog? Why don't you talk to your phone and say it aloud? Or why don't I put it to Facebook to my friends and that they see it? Because I think a lot of people in the fight game as well, we're all always chasing that dopamine high, always chasing that next adrenaline rush. And when we're not fighting, or we haven't got that around us, or we hit a low, we're looking for it, and a lot of us go to dark places. My mum's a wise woman, yeah. But I thought, I'd give it a go. So I did my daily check-in. Yo, what's happening? And these daily check-ins really, again, discipline, yeah, really hit a routine for me. Because on those rubbish days, I made sure no matter what, so I rolled over and I looked at the camera and I told it how I was feeling. I told it what I was going through. Whether it was I was struggling with sobriety, or I was struggling with my mental health. Now I'm really going to look to set myself a goal. I say, because I've had those little goals. I've got myself down at weight. So I'm weighing again 98 kilos. Boy, again, if you've seen any clips of my last fight, again, I feel better, I look better. I'm ready to set myself a bigger goal now. I was called out by Dan Curtin, Big Beef Dan Curtin, in a boxing fight. Again, I haven't fought since the beginning, and when I did, my performance was trash. It was no good. So with Dan calling me out, and he mentioned it twice, and I've got full respect for Dan. My coach, my brother, king of the cruiserweights, Carl Mallinson, said to me, "Listen, this guy's called you out. Let's run over him. Let's make a statement." And this is what I'm going to do. This is my next step. This is the next step. This is the next evolution of my journey. I said, Dan, Beef, you say when I come for you, and I'm going to run over you. I'm going to take you out. I said, this ain't going 5 rounds. It's 5 rounds for the MCP title, yeah? And for me, this is you say, again, full respect, but me, I'm on form. I've been training hard now, and it's you're just a stepping stone to the next level of things. I'm on my last run, yeah? Again, I'm 36 years old, and I'm taking this as seriously as ever. Join this isn't just boxing for the sake of boxing, Join. It's not just fighting my own demons, yeah? I'm doing this for myself. Again, Join, this is to prove something to myself. This is to show my daughter why I'm doing things, Join, that she can fight back from anything herself. And this is for everybody that thinks that once if anyone who's an addict, whose mental health is at a low point where they don't want to be in anymore, you can come back. Yeah, there is light at the end of this tunnel, and I'm doing that. I'm going to show everybody exactly how it's done. Yeah, and why you do it and how you can do it. So Dan, I'm going to be running right through you. Yeah, this is not going 5 rounds. I am taking you out, boy. You get me. And then I say Pete Hainbridge. Then I want our rematch. Yeah. I say, no ducking me, boy. Yeah, you say, you got me at my worst day. Join, let's try and run it back. I really appreciate you to give me the time to smack you about. Sobriety has made me the happiest I've ever been. Join, mentally, physically. I haven't felt so connected and again, so present. Don't get me wrong, I still have my bad days, but Join, boy, am I in a better place. So I do, and I more days I feel motivated, more days I feel full of energy. So in November the 1st in Swindon, it means more to me than any other fight that I've had so far. So I fought all around the world. I've won world titles. I fought boxing, I fought kickboxing, I fought K1. This is the most important fight in my life, and I can't wait to top off my sobriety journey. Well, I say top it off, I mean start it. That's the next start. I'm buzzing for it. I can't wait. And then to move on. 6 months, clean, fresh, strong. Peace.